Matty, I believe you've got some news for us. Do you want to go straight into it?
So after 7 years at the club, 7 great years, I've decided to take an opportunity somewhere else. Really hard decision. I think everyone knows how much this place means to me and how amazing the last 7 years have been. But ultimately, it's a slight. It's an opportunity I feel I have to take, and it's a slightly different role. And from now on I'll be looking on Orient as a fan, and looking forward to seeing how they do in the coming years.
And if you're happy to, I mean, what kind of role is it that you are going in?
Yeah, so it's. I think what I've decided is it's kind of I've been in the change room, out on the training pitches for over 20 years. So it's just a role which encapsulates kind of sorting out the loans of younger players, like their elite pathways, and in a recruitment role. So it's different. It's certainly a different kind of role, but just feels like the time's right. And again, like I said, an opportunity I can't really turn down.
Some great memories here over the last 7 years, as you've said. If we go back to the beginning of that journey in 2017, I mean, what do you remember? I think I've watched your first interview. I think it was actually in this very room. So what are your early memories of coming to Leyton Orient?
Well, it was interesting because I've said it a few times, but I always thought I'd play for the club because I'm not a Leyton Orient fan, but it's obviously I grew up in Walthamstow and Woodford, so I used to come here quite a bit just to watch games. I remember Lingy playing, Dean Smith, players like that. So yeah, it was a club that I always thought I'd play for, and I thought the opportunity had gone. To be honest, I was probably fortunate they dropped down into the National League for me to get a chance there. But yeah, when it came about, I jumped at it. I was really excited by it. I could tell they were trying to get back, and it's obviously a big club for the level. And then I remember coming on and scoring after about 2 minutes, which was always a nice thing. And I don't know. I think when you score that early, you just have a feeling that this could work out well. Probably didn't expect myself to still be here now in the different roles I've had. But through the highs and lows, it's been incredible, and yeah, it was a great decision.
Second season here, we did get promoted back up to League Two. What are your standout memories from that year in particular?
Well, probably just the team spirit and the togetherness from kind of players, staff, fans. So it was just kind of the unity of that season. Obviously, Justin kind of created that. And left obviously a huge legacy on the club, and myself personally, and a lot of the other players. So if I look back to that time, it's winning the league as champions and being with an unbelievable group of players, and obviously led by Justin and his staff. So obviously I've made friendships with that in that team, which will last forever. And they're the things you remember. I think obviously the famous quote from Justin, like about the memories, and it's true. I look back on the amazing memories from that season and the team we had. So no, it was an incredible year.
We obviously lost Justin that summer, as you say. How much have you enjoyed carrying on his legacy in what soon became a coaching role?
Yeah, I mean, I think I was ready to hang the boots up. People who watch me probably will say the same. But I was struggling with a few injuries and stuff, and I think the time was right. And I think in everything we've done since, Justin's always there. You know, I think the fans still sing his name. We've obviously got a stand named after him. So I do think it's a person who will live long in the memory, and I think he's always there, kind of with us. So it's amazing, really, how that legacy will live on. So yeah, I mean, just some really great memories.
If we look at this season and last now, so another promotion, what's been the secret to this group and its continued success?
Well, first off, I think you'd have to put a lot of credit down to the manager and obviously PT. I think the first time I met him was in a hotel the night before he took training after he'd taken a job, and I think we just clicked and really got on great. And obviously aligned with that, you've got great ownership, great from Nigel, Kent, to the ball, Matty, through to Lingy, and then obviously down. So I think the whole place is aligned, even you guys. But there's a good feeling around the place, and there's good people. I think that's a massive thing. I think you only realise it when you maybe go somewhere else and you don't have that same kind of environment and people. So I think the people here is very important. And yeah, so I think the gaffer, and I think it's obviously worked out incredibly well. I think the culture that's been created and the spirit we had, and still got, but the spirit we had to win the league, had some unbelievable players that will go down in the history of the club. So it was just a special time, special season, and I think everything just aligned perfectly. The right manager, the right players, and everything just went well. And I think now it's in a really good place, you know. Even this season, I think if you really put a little bit of perspective on it, it's been incredible, really. And if we hadn't have had the injuries, who knows? And maybe the start of the season, which took us a little bit of time to get going. So I think I'm leaving at a time where the club is going one way.
How much pride do you look back on these last 7 years or so then?
Yeah, I am proud to be honest. I mean, people will disagree, but I'm not overly comfortable with all this because it's not really about me. I've just played a tiny little role in it, and that's what I'm just happy to have done, really. I think I had moments when we got out of the National League because, I mean, let's be honest, my legs would started to go, so I could just come on for 20 minutes and kind of get us over the line. So yeah, I've just enjoyed moments and helping at the right time, and I think it's been crazy how the role of finishing playing to going into a coaching role with a little bit of away team analysis and recruitment, and then leading into being a more permanent coach, and how it's just gone so well, and with the success, 2 promotions in 7 years as champions. It don't really happen to many clubs much, you know. I think you can't take for granted the special memories that have been created, and I've got a lot of like videos on my phone, and I see clips of, you know, singing together and certain songs and stuff. So there's a lot there in the memory bank that I'll look back on and have immense pride.
And just very lastly, you'll be obviously watching from afar once this season ends. I mean, where do you hope and where do you think Leyton Orient can get to? Well,
I think, as I've just said, it's kind of, I think the club's in a really good place and it's really well aligned. I think you've obviously got the right person in place leading the team and above it and below it. So I think with the ambition, I think it's going to be a very competitive league next season, but I think it's just a really exciting time. I see the crowd now and I see everyone so positive, and I can only envisage really strong and good times ahead for Orient. Obviously, you need things to go your way. You need a bit of luck along the way, but I'll definitely be coming back here as a fan, and I'm excited by where the club can go, to be honest. And I think the only way's up.
Well, still 2 games to go yet, but after that, we wish you the very best of luck with your future career.
No, I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.